Yep, just trying some new camera angles here. I don't like the way this makes you film. I may have to go back out and put it in the overhead. The overhead. Hi, Mark. I don't know about this. I don't like it. They make you go up and down instead of panoramic. But anyway, anyhow, carving an arm. Yeah, a right arm. How you doing, John? Been playing around with this new knife I made. Let's see. I want the top up here and the bottom down here. And that's why this is being cut on an angle. Hey, Shia. Using this new knife I made. The Fadinger knife, rough out knife. I think it's one of the best ones I've made yet. For a thicker blade, you can see you can do some really fine detail with it. But then again, it's because it's a lot thicker. I'm not afraid to dig right into it. It's a lot thicker blade. This is probably an 1/8 inch, give or take a fuzz. And then you look at like this OCC knife, it's probably a little more than a 1/16. So you can see this blade's got some flexibility to it. This one is a rock. It's got just a hair, but not much. Thanks, Mark. So I got this new camera. Well, you can see this bar thing here. I got this new camera thing going on. Ooh. And I don't know if I'm liking it or not. Where the heck's the button to release it from the camera mount? Oh, pardon my thumb. There. Then I gotta watch where my buttons are. Oh, it's sliding. It's sliding away from me here. Might have to. There it goes again, sliding down. I'm afraid if I don't keep an eye on it, it's gonna slide on out of there and hit the floor. There we go, sliding away again. Maybe I angle it up a little bit more. Won't want to slide away so much. Yeah, I was looking at those Flex Cut probe knives too. I have to watch your review of it, Mark. See if it's any good. I mean, Flex Cut's Flex Cut, right? It's got to be good. Hi, Amy Joe. Flex Cut is not known for making junk knives. I've got a couple of them here. Well, I got a Flex Cut chisel right there. I don't want to lose my. This is for that little bit of a challenge that Jordy challenged me to for the Halloween thing. So I figured, well, work on this little arm. So I might as well see what people are thinking of this new lower camera angle from over the top one. If it's any better or worse, or you don't like it, or you got a suggestion to make it better. And this is a dowel, popple dowel. Yeah. I think everybody is invited to the Halloween challenge. So I think Jordy's going to put out a video on it that everybody is invited to the Halloween challenge. Wanna get into it, make a Halloween guy, and put him in the challenge. You can send your entries to Canadian One Dude. Jordy's email. Wow, the brain is working slower and slower today. But yeah, I'll let him. I'll let Jordy be the dispensary of the rules. The rules. You know, there's never that many rules. The rules. I do know he said that we would do it if everybody could get their entries in by Halloween. I think that'd be an awesome Halloween movie. Yeah, Halloween event, right? Or the day before Halloween, for those in case people got kids, they got to take out Halloween and Halloweenian. All I got's a shop inspector, and if you go by her age, she's too old to go out trick or treating too. Yeah, me too. My back's been killing me, Henry. We all get ugh, those things. All right. You guys want to see my challenge piece? No, I can't show you my challenge piece. Then Jordy will know. He'll be able to spy on me and see how awesome it really is. I've been picking on him, telling him, it don't matter what you carve, bro. It ain't going to be as good as what I'm carving right now. No way. Hernia surgery. Oh, boy. That they want to do some shoulder surgery and carpal tunnel surgery on me. But I keep telling them this little piggy ain't ready to go to market yet. But it's getting bad enough where it's really bothering me a lot more than it was. So, I mean, as far as the carpal tunnel, the shoulder has been a killer for a long time. Oh, my mom and my one uncle and my grandpa, they had, Uncle Ray had triple bypass surgery back in 2010. And my mom had a bypass surgery in 2015. Maybe it was a little earlier than that. And my grandpa, well, he had bypass surgery way back in like 1995. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be glad they can do it because, back in the day, it's like you got a bad heart, take it easy, rest. Which actually, I guess they said it makes it worse by not working that muscle. But it's got to be pretty hairy to have a heart attack, and That's it. That was a death sentence back then. Yeah, yeah. You have to you'd have to use heartwood, Henry. You have to use the heartwood of a tree, right? Yeah, I remember my grandma Vreeland. She had to have a valve replacement in her heart. It was like a little stainless steel ball in the cage that they sewed in there. It was really quiet. You know, the TV was off and everybody was just kind of sitting around. You could hear that thing ticking, tick, tick, tick. I asked her, I said, Grandma, doesn't that bother you with that ticking? She goes, I think it would bother me more if I didn't hear the ticking. Oh, that's good, Henry. Hi, Mike. Yeah, well, people tend to go to the doctors more nowadays than they did back in the 70s and 80s. I know I never went to the doctor until, yeah, Purple Heart. I never used to go to the doctor until I broke my back. Now it seems like that's one of my one of the things I get to do once a month is go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Go to the MRI tube. Go to the doctor. Go to the MRI tube. Go to the doctor. That's what I get to do and carve stupid things. Yeah. So you see, I'm choking. I'm putting my finger behind the blade. Um, I know you should always keep your fingers out from in front of the blade, especially cutting across the end like that, because it gives away just really easy. Stop being stupid, Rob, and go that way with it. Yeah, let's go that way. Oh, you guys can't see. That's I tell you, I got an iPhone, and boy, it's this is the farthest out I can zoom with it on a live. Maybe I could probably move it. Should I try moving it? See if we can get a little further away. I got one of these. I bought it at a flea market. It's a camera mount for like if you like want to mount it to your bicycle or your helmet or something like that. Maybe I got to loosen that thing up a little bit more. Okay. All right, that's about as far back as I can get you guys. Tighten that thing back up. Jeez, man, I really wound that thing out. I bought two of them. The guy was selling them. He goes, I don't use them no more because I use GoPros now. So he was selling them cheap. You know, if it wasn't cheap, I wouldn't have it, right? So he was selling these things cheap. Let's get you guys straightened up here a little bit. I don't know, is that any better? You're a little further away. I just got to keep a closer eye on my hands. My hands, not this hand. These hands. Let me grab that other one. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay. It looks like this here. So, I guess he had all of his cameras mounted on like a weaver mount for a gun or a Picatinny rail mount. So what I do is I take this guy off of here. Actually, this one's a little bit different than the one I'm using. Maybe the one I'm using is just missing a part. No, this is a different one. Ooh, maybe I can screw this one onto that one. Screw them together. Then I could get some distance on this thing. But yeah, there's the name of it if you're interested. Ticks or tats. But anyway, yeah. So this is the thread that you use for your camera mount right here. You screw the camera mount on there. And then this, you back that out and push it, and you can adjust this. How far do I got to back that stupid thing out? Take my word for it. It works. There. So you can adjust that however you want it. And then you can put your mounting, like I got a vertical mounting rod here. No, horizontal. Vertical's up and down, Rob. I got a horizontal mounting rod right here. So this is mounted on there like that, and the camera's mounted up here. This one's missing a part, I see now, because it's on the other one that I'm using. But yeah, it's an insert thing with another one of these doohickeys on it here. So maybe I could screw this one into that one. And no, then I got no way. We'll just go with what we got here, guys. All right. That camera is sliding away again. Sliding away from me for some reason. I might have to wipe these gripper little rubber pincher things. I might have to wipe them down with some alcohol. They're getting old, and you know, I think they're getting probably got a little too much oil and stuff on them. Hi, John. Whoop, there goes the camera. You see it sliding down? Woo! You pain in the... Oh, how are we going to keep that thing from moving? I got it as tight as I can get it. Maybe put a rubber band around it. I'm going to have to keep an eye on it because you don't want your phone to slide and hit the floor, right? Okay, that's not the one we're doing. This is the one we're doing here. So right now I'm just working on a little hand. We're not even going to try making it realistic because you'll never be that close to it. So what I'm doing right now is just tapering the hand in for the wrist. And of course, since it's the right, well, if you're looking at the carving, this is the right side, which would be your left side. So you got the thumb over here. That leaves the big part of your hand. Like I said, I'm not too worried about making it realistic. I broke the tip on my other one, the very first one I made here. That little short blade, you have the quarters. But I don't think I got my camera just locked up. But I figured I'd just jump on here for a minute and see who wasn't doing nothing. And go ahead and carve this little hand, which I haven't been doing much of. And then we're just going to have the tips here, the tip of the fingers will be right here. So we'll just cut that back. Like this is the inside of the hand, so that's where the thumb will be. So we want to make the fingers go shorter to longer, which I really don't care. I'm just going to do something like that. And then that will give you the like fingers right there. Come on, camera, focus. And then we'll put the thumb like that, and then down like that. So that's what I'm going to work on. It don't look like, it looks like a turkey leg. But like I said, that's not meant to be seen. You're not supposed to be sitting right on top of it. As for what it is, anyway. I guess I really need to bring that part in. We can do that as we go, though. Okay, so I'm just going to run a little cut in right up here. Maybe being that far away isn't good for the focus on this, or the lighting, or something don't look very good here. Let's bring you guys back up and see if it helps any. Of course, just slide down don't help. Okay, well, that's better, I think. Now I'm just going to come right back up along that top edge. And I should have my protective tape on my finger. This one here. Should be wearing a carving glove. If you're if you're just starting to carve, you should always wear. I always used to wear my safety glove. Actually, I used to wear one on both hands because I never knew which hand the knife would be in. And I still don't know which hand the knife is going to be. You guys are sliding away again. Hey, there's Matt. How you doing, Matt? I just watched that one video you put out. Oh, I left you a comment on it. You know I seen it. Should be using a Dremel for this. Less chance of me chopping a finger off. But then where would the excitement be? Ha ha. Yes, reckless. I am reckless. Well, that's why I'm doing it, because there was nothing on TV. I wobbled my way out here to the man cave. Yes, I'm reckless. Don't do anything you see me doing here. We can't take responsibility for your fingers. Jeez, Rob, get in frame. Oh, man. I tell you, it's hard doing this, filming and carving, but it's even harder when it's in up and down mode and it's this close. I just got to try keeping my hand right here, and then we'll be okay. But anyway, for me, I found out once I got it down, how to hold the wood, I stopped using the carving glove. But then again, I think my grandpa gave me my first pocket knife. So I wasn't carving, I was whittling. You know, take a straight stick and make it into a pointy stick type thing. Yeah. That's what you did up there at Hillbilly U. You take sticks and make them sharp sticks. So I'm just making the thumb stick out, like, you know, if your hand was like that. Okay, like if your hand was like that, then I'm trying to just emulate that, which I'm probably not doing a very good job of, because I'm looking over this thing and make excuses, Rob. Make excuses. No excuses. Just just carve, Rob. Shut up and just carve. Do a little swoop cut there. Just trying to round over the top of that. I know this is just too little to be trying to show it on YouTube or live or whatever. All right, big old thumbnail. I want to take that, make the end of that thumb a little fatter. Yeah, I like that there. Yep. Hi, Mike. Mike with the big E. Mike E. You guys think we need more light on this? I can move on one of these lights over here. Move this one over. Oh, I don't know if that's any better. But you can see how the thumb's coming out. Just want to break that edge right there. There. I think that's good enough for what it needs to be. Maybe we'll just thin this wrist out a little bit more. Oh, that should be thin enough. All right. Maybe flatten this out a little bit for that finger right there. Something like that right there. Well, I was going to say, why is everything going to the left? Because of the way the camera mount is. I keep sliding my arm away from it, and the hand keeps going bye, 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 bye. Oh, did Georgie show up? I didn't see him. Last I knew, he had some big doings going on at his carving tent. There's the shop inspector. She wants to know why she isn't in the shop with me. Because I started this live and you were in the house sleeping, that's why. Yeah, that's what she was doing. Okay, so let's see. A line here. And a line here. I think that's good enough for fingers. You ever notice most of my people only have 3 fingers like a cartoon and a thumb? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very unhappy, that shop inspector. All right, I'm in frame. Good. There. One finger dinker. Two finger dingers. So right when I get to the end of the cut, I really let up. I really relax it because I don't want to chop off one of my finger dingers. So whenever you get to the close to the end of your cut, especially if you're coming to the end like this here, um, slow it down, relax your hand. You don't want to rip that through there and get yourself. Or if you really want to be safe, just use a V tool. All right, get a V tool like this here, and then you can just chomp it away. Like that. And you should be wearing a safety glove. I should be wearing a safety glove. Okay, you talked me into it. There's a safety glove. You're happy? Now remember, this type of safety glove only protects against slashes, not stabbids. Stabbids will still work its way right through there. It only protects you on the slide. So I don't even feel that biting into that glove. But then with little things like this, they like to move around on you too. So you know that old story. Six one way, half a dozen to another. I think that's the old saying. Well, hot dog. We could have one big fat finger. I guess I didn't do my subdivision correctly, did I? I don't think I got enough room to add another finger in there, so we'll just bring this side in, narrow that pinky down, something like that there. Oh, yes, shop inspector, we hear you. Who could not hear you? And then we're just going to put, well, this part of the hand in right here. I can't show you because I'm wearing a glove. Oh boy, she's not. That's one unhappy shop inspector. She must be tired of sleeping on the couch, so now she wants to come out here and sleep in the recliner. The older she gets, the more all she wants to do is sleep. It's like me. Yeah, I think that's about all the damage we can do to this hand. Let me bring this part in a little bit here. Bring it down there. Across here. Get that chip out of there. Make a chip cut. Go back and clean that up. There we go. That looks a lot cleaner. That finger still looks really thick. But like I said, it really doesn't matter. It's not something you're going to be able to pick up and hold anyway. Look at it. What do you mean you won't be able to pick it up and hold it, Rob? It's just a little guy. Yeah. You ain't seen the whole thing yet. We got a little chunk of wood right there. Get that out of the way. There we go. There you go. Right there. Yeah. There you go. All right. Bring this down a little bit more. Why are you trying to be so technical, Rob? I don't know. Because I am. That's just the way I am. All right, good enough. Good enough. There it is. A little hand. Man, this thing is hot. Whew. Goodness gracious. All right. So where are we? What do we got? 3 people on here? Awesome. Hi, Amy Jo. Chasing them grandkids to keep you young. Yeah. Are you talking about the glove, Mike? It's a slicey glove, not a stabby glove. If you stab yourself, you're gonna see a big red spot open up wherever you stabbed it. But if you accidentally slip and cut, I think it's Kevlar woven. This is a cut level 5 glove. High performance, cut level 5. Yep. Whatever the heck that means. It means you can slice it, just don't dice it. Just don't stab yourself. I had a pair of them, what was it, like a chainmail glove? My uncle's a butcher, or was a butcher. He passed away. He was a butcher, and he said the same thing. He had these like a chainmail glove for cutting meat. So if you slipped, and they wore rubber gloves underneath of it, and it's all made out of stainless steel. But man, that thing must have weighed a good 3/4 of a pound to a pound. That glove. And he's like, I was at the end of the day, my hands were so worn out from wearing that glove, the extra weight. And he said your grip strength is cut in half when you got that. Well, you got a metal glove on. So imagine you're cutting meat at a butcher shop, and if you're not doing live animals, you're doing frozen animals that came in on a truck. So then you got to deal with that ice and metal. Yeah. So we got the thumb. We're just going to work that in a little bit more. Like that. I think that's good enough for what it's going to be. Okay, so now we can cut in the forearm, and then right about here where your elbow would be, we can put like a sleeve in, all right, and let that be part of the clothing. Or we can go ahead and put from the elbow up in that taper from here to there to show that it's a full arm. I think I'm going to go with the clothes thing, and I think I want to make this a little. Well, your forearm is longer than your upper arm and your shoulder, so I'm going to go ahead and whittle this down. We're only going to do this one arm, and then I'll probably call it. Man, them little fingers are jabbing my finger. Now, see, I know I'm going against the grain of the wood here because it's really, really tight. I mean, it's really hard to push. So I'm going to turn it over and try to hang on to it with this glove. Almost impossible. It's almost impossible. The glove's got to go. It's got to go, people. I just can't get the grip. Maybe after the carpal tunnel surgery. I just can't get the grip. Can't get the... What in the heck is going on here? Whatever. Yep. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye, glove. I tried. You guys seen I tried. I tried to do it right. I really did. Don't yell at me, Amy Jo. She's got that mothering instinct. Don't need her yelling at me. Young man, put on your glove. But, Mommy, I'm not cold. Oh, it's been murder here this week in Michigan. The temperature has been higher than the balls on a giraffe. Good Lord. It's been hot. The arms are for the Jordy Johnson, Just Carve Rob Halloween challenge. Jordy challenged me to. And now we're going to open it up to all of you. And then Jordy, if you want to have your pictures displayed, he'll be doing, I think he said he was going to do one of those world of the wood carver things, you know, where he takes all the pictures and blends them all together. I love them things when he does those world of wood carvers videos. That way there I get to see all the stuff you guys make. Oh yeah, we got to say a special thanks to Roger Smith in Texas. He won the Jordy Johnson chip-in giveaway, and he was unfortunate enough to win one of my carvings, and I sent it to him. And then he sent me a thank you letter and money. Sent me some money, yeah. You know, that's the only, in 5 or 6 years I've been doing this on YouTube. I think that's the second time, maybe the third or fourth time, that somebody sent me money. But it's all right. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it to be rich and famous. I don't live the lifestyles. I live the lifestyle of the not so rich and famous. Yeah, I would show you this guy, but I would hate to scare Jordy off. You know, I don't want to make him too afraid. I've been telling him how awesome it is, so I don't want to. I don't want to make him a chicken. I don't want to scare him away. It's kind of like when you got that Royal Straight Flush. You're holding the Royal Straight Flush, and you don't want to give it away on the bedding. So I don't want to scare too bad by actually showing them what we're carving here. But if you guys can keep a secret, I'll show you. Oh, I'm not a big one for the snow. Put me someplace where it's 70 degrees all year round, and I'm happy. I'll tell you what, brother, Michigan is not it. I guess I need to be put in an insane asylum with a good air conditioning unit. Then it'll be that 60 degree or 70 degrees all year round. Yeah, me and my bones, snow don't agree with too much anymore. I used to love ice fishing and snowmobiling and one horse sleigh and over the hills and grandma's house and all that stuff when I was before I got broken. No, Matt, it's not for spares. If anything, I'd carve spare fingers because that's what it seems like I always cut. Is the fingers. I'm thinking. I've been trying to talk myself into selling the house and moving to a warmer climate. I know I'm not going to get much better anytime soon. So why be cold? Because then you can sit and make carving videos all winter long, Rob. Be hiding out in the man cave, making carving videos that nobody watches. Okay, so what I did is I just took this short blade here. How long is that blade actually? Okay, it's actually, the cutting area is actually boop doop doop, half of an inch long. Yep. So it must have started out life as a 1-inch knife, and I broke the tip down, broke it down. This knife really holds an edge like no other, but it's kind of reminded me of like a razor blade. They got a great edge, but then if you roll it, you'll chip the edge. Like the other day, all I was doing was plunging in and doing a stop cut with it on the carving part, the carving creature thing I got going over here. And when I pulled the knife out, the very end of the knife, about 1/8 inch of it stayed in the carving. So I must have did like a pry jar, did a pry job on a chip, and that you're not supposed to do, but everybody does. When you make that cut and then you go bink. Well, when it binked, it binked the end of the knife right off. So I made this stop cut, high dot, in order to end the forearm and create a sleeve. You can carve videos here in Texas too. Yeah, I was looking in Texas. Actually, Ralph, Texas. It was eastern Texas. Ralph, I think Ralph, Texas is in the eastern part of Texas. Yeah, I got cowboy boots. Even though you're southwest, I'm northwest. So our cowboy hats have earmuffs on them. You gotta make sure you got two types of cowboy hats up here. You got the real thin one for the summertime, and then you got the one that's a size too big so you can fit it over top of your beanie hat. So these arms have been on my mind since yesterday. And the reason why we're doing a live at it's 7 o'clock here is because I couldn't move until about 6:30. I could finally move without being shot through the roof like somebody was sticking me with an electrical cow prod. So, yep. And that's why you wear your glove, people. Because all you have to do is touch yourself with that blade, like I just did, and you're going to start leaking that red stuff. You can see I got myself right there on the end of my thumb, just a little contact. That and my other tip for you is don't push, slide the knife like you're sawing. Because when you start pushing, you start getting all that resistance, and that's when it does just what it did right here. You see that spot right there? That knife, I was pushing it, and it slipped right through, hopped over that, and the very end of it got me. So, yep, here we are live. There ain't no hiding the boo-boos. You make a boo-boo, you live with it. Well, I do. Man, I have got to put something over on this side. I got to put something on that side to keep my arm from moving over that way. Maybe I got to screw a block of wood to the table. See all this mess right here? It's all made by that arm. So, if you guys had enough of me yet, is it time for me to go? I need a drink. So, yep, keep your eyes open tomorrow for the Jordy Johnson video inviting you to enter the Halloween carving challenge. Can be anything you want to carve for Halloween. And Jordy will give you the rules on what's what. I don't know. I think we're gonna allow wood spirits, but they got to be in a Halloween theme. Because you figure a wood spirit basically can be a wood spirit, a gnome, an elf, basically what a wood spirit can be a wizard, a warlock. All depends on what you want it to be. But just want it to be a Halloween type theme for the challenge. Like Amy Jo's challenge with the moon. I still haven't figured out what to do with that moon. The moon I carved for Amy Jo's challenge. If I keep whittling that down, I'm going to have it too thin. That wrist is going to break. There will you be, Rob. Then where will you be? Yeah, Gene Messer Gene Messer. I think he's in Texas. The Flat Plains Godfather. Gene was one of the first YouTube channels doing wood carving videos. When everybody else is making making, here we go, showing my age again, making VHS tapes and selling them. Gene was on YouTube. What do you think, guys? You think that looks like an arm? An arm and a hand? Arm and hammer? Arm and hammer? Get rid of some of that stuff out of there. Got some. Boy, the snipe just keeps impressing me. I'm just barely using the end of it here. And shaving all that little snubbins off in there. Snubbins? The little snubbins? Yeah, I dropped this. Screwed up the end of it. Right there. Maybe I fixed it. I don't remember. Yep. Any questions? No questions? So that's the problem when you're coming from, one angle to another. You always get those little fuzzy things in there. And then before you know it, you're chasing them. And then your hand falls off. Yeah. I got a couple Johns. Hope everybody's doing good. Had a good weekend. Yeah, it hit 90 degrees here today. And, well, you can definitely tell summer is over. And that we're losing time. We're losing daylight every day. Seems like we're losing like 5 minutes a day. Is what it's feeling like. Because it's 7:30 here and the sun's already gone most of the way down. So that's a long ways from a month ago when it was staying daylight till 10 o'clock. So it's quite a drop in time. Come on, get out of there. See, that's what I did with that other blade. And it didn't like it. There we go. Got that out of there. Good enough, Rob. Stop goofing around with it. All right. I'm done with that. Hello. All right, let's give you the 360 view of the little hand. The little hand. Oh, it's the detached ghost hand. Woo! Let's see. I want to So I want to bring that arm down a little bit more. Now you can see how that right there, the wood's grabbing. So if I keep going, it's going to peel off a great big chunk, and we don't want that. We're not in the large chunk removal business right now, mainly because of the size of our hand. You imagine a big chunk peeling out of there, it would have probably ripped the whole palm right off the hand. Oh my goodness. That shop inspector just don't give it up. All right, I guess that's going to be it for today. Stop doing that, Rob. I'm going to go take care of the shop inspector. I'm not even pressing on this. I'm just sliding it. So it's you can see, you think I'm not doing anything, right? Just goofing around with the knife, but it's actually peeling off very, very small microfibers, because basically I'm using it to do like a sanding operation here. I'm just basically shaving wood. See the little pieces coming off there? I always say it's better to sneak up on it than to try hogging it all off, because this is little mistakes, right? You go chunk. That's a big mistake that may take some crazy glue, prayer, and epoxy to fix. Okay. Thinking that's, boy, this wood is like really quilted right here. It just wants to rip. See, that's that same spot that we hit before, and we had to turn it over and come back and get rid of it. But I think that arm's going to be thin enough. Right there. I think so, yep. We got that taper from the wrist up to the elbow. And then we're just going to make this part of the clothing, I think. And I'm just going to round this off at the shoulder here. Like that. And we can always accent this by putting a, what do you call that, a cuff or something there. Or we can come back with the V tool and cut little, yeah, let's try that. Where's that V tool at? That's not it. That's it. Okay, so we can come in here and just kind of put some cuts in the sleeve. It is a Halloween now. That's really biting too hard, and I don't trust it with my hand. I don't trust stabbing myself with this the V tool, because it's going to cut you twice, right? Instead of just once. But yeah, we could do that. You know, just come through here and cut some little V's out like that. And for what I'm using this arm for, some ripped clothing would look pretty good, I think. Boink. I love that sound that the knife makes. It cracks me up. So yeah, we can come back in because we've got just that little V there, so we can make it really look ripped. By doing something like that, go ahead and cut yourself, Rob. Like that. Because that's going to be the outward facing part of the arm. So it'd be something like that there. All right, Mike, have a good one. Mike E. Mike with the big E. Yeah, I imagine everybody's getting pretty bored. So I'm going to put one more rip in this thing right here. It never hurts to have your piece laying down on your workbench. Okay? Don't think you got to hold it in your hand all the time. You can always use your workbench if you're going to put downward pressure instead of holding it in your hand and trying to do it where you can accidentally slip or break a blade. You can always lay it down on your workbench if you have a workbench. And do some cuts. I should be putting it on the workbench just so I'm not sliding it all over the table and you can't see what the heck I'm doing. Okay. I think that looks good. And then we can get rid of that factory cut that's on here just by taking our blade and doing some rolling. Do some swoop cuts, some roll cuts, something like that there. I just don't want this to be perfectly smooth because none of the rest of it's going to be perfectly smooth. So we'll get rid of the that nice fine finish looking cut. Factory edge, is that what we want to call it? Get rid of some of that factory edge. Come back around some of these little edges over here. And we're going to call that good because my back is yelling at me again. It was yelling at me earlier, telling me not to even come out here. And I'm like, but I'm so bored. But between my back and my shoulder, one of them's gonna, might as well call it. All right, that's gonna be it, guys. Bye. Say bye. Bye. Wave goodbye. Bye. All right, have a good week, and we'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe, carve something, carve every day if you can, and we will catch you later. All right? All right. Bye-bye. If I can figure out how to end this thing. You too, John. See y'all later.